A big-time five-star recruit just entered the transfer portal, and Nebraska is the favorite to land his talents. So in today's video, I'm going to go over who this guy is, what school does he come from, what does he bring to the table, and why should every Nebraska fan be fired up about this news. So really quick, I'm excited about getting some transfers. If you are too, hit that like button. And also, I know a lot of you guys have watched my videos, but maybe aren't subscribed. This is the time to do it. I am posting daily Nebraska football content and breaking news talking about the coaching carousel, the transfer portal. So listen, if you're a diehard Husker fan and you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe for the latest on your favorite team. You will be thanking yourself that you did. Road to 9,000. But without further ado, let's get into it. Going over this transfer, he goes by the name of Williams Nwaneri, former five-star recruit, spent 1 year at Missouri on that defensive line. Now, if his name sounds familiar, it should. Nebraska was heavily in this recruiting process originally. It was Nebraska, it was Oklahoma, and it was Missouri. Of course, Nebraska was a runner-up in that process, but we're talking about a guy who has extensive connections to the Huskers. Now, you may be asking yourself, why would he reconsider Nebraska the second time? Again, he just entered the transfer portal today. We're talking about a former five-star. Because Nebraska has his former high school head coach on the coaching staff. Yes, Jamar Mosey was his head coach in high school. Again, he's a current analyst for the Huskers. Again, Williams Nwaneri is a guy who is a complete athletic freak and consensus five-star in high school. Only spent 1 year in Missouri, redshirted, so he has 4 years of eligibility left. But we're talking about a guy who can play defensive end, can play defensive tackle. This at 6'6", 260. Again, he did redshirt, but he had 2 tackles on the season, 1 sack. And again, was one of the best recruits coming out of that 2024 class. Nebraska was super close to getting him. The only reason I think he picked Missouri was probably because of that NIL. But, you know, in his senior year in high school, 50 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, and 6 sacks. So the reason why Nebraska is the strong favorite right now in this transfer portal process, it's because of Jamar Mosey, that connection. Again, you know, Williams Nwaneri, one of the best prospects to come out of KC in a long time. He knows, of course, Jamar Mosey. He knows Isaiah Mosey. He's familiar with Dylan Raiola, as you may expect. So I would be very, very surprised if Nebraska isn't, you know, very much involved in this recruiting process. I know they are for a fact that the Huskers want him. And this is a name that I told you guys throughout the fall on the channel. I said, if there's one guy to watch out for Williams Nwaneri, the current defensive lineman at Missouri. And I brought his name up in the summer, in the July. Ever since we hired Jamar Mosey, look what happened. Williams Nwaneri entered the transfer portal, and I expect Nebraska to be a huge favorite to land him. So defensive line is a big position of need for the Huskers. You get a guy in Williams Nwaneri who is a little bit raw, and he redshirted, but I expect him to take a big jump in year 2. He might even start next year for Nebraska, but we're talking about a guy who has undeniable upside. Again, has some strong connection to this coaching staff, has a strong work ethic, and I think he's going to fit right into this black shirt identity. So absolutely need to get some defensive lineman transfers. This would be a great way to get things started with a former five-star in Mr. Williams Nwaneri. So let me know down below your thoughts about this transfer coming in from Missouri. Again, 4 years of eligibility left. Former five-star prospect, connections to Jamar Mosey. Again, watch out for Oklahoma. If there's one school that you guys should probably watch out for, it is the Sooners, but I think Nebraska should probably land him. But again, he just entered the transfer portal today. Nebraska, strong favorite and a strong player in this process. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Appreciate every single one of you guys' support. If you made this far in the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go be great, go Rhule, and see you in the next one.